top 10 plays of the week. Watch out for more next week.
Okay, and this is going to be fast and quick. Patricia, you've got Tim Cone.
Coach Tim Cone is right beside me right now. Coach, what are the adjustments that you think is important for you guys here in the second half?
Well, I think they're really coming out and doing a lot of ball screens, and they're playing at a much heavier, quicker tempo, and we got to make sure we're staying calm and playing the tempo on our side of the floor the way we want, and not get too caught up. You know, LA's got to do a better job of keeping us under control and playing the way we want to play. And but aside from that, you know, I mean, we're leading, so something must be going well.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck in the second half, Seth.
Quick and straight to the point. Dr. J and Ronnie Magsano, 50-45, play a little under control. The second quarter had San Miguel coming to life, in fact, Dr. J.
Well, I think that when Freeman had to sit down, you know, they had to use other players on the floor, and maybe that's already in their plan to use guys like Pinisi and Miranda there. And obviously, they have helped the team. Of course, Freeman is missing. He only has 2 points and 3 rebounds, which is far cry from what he can do here. And that would good well for San Miguel, because in the second half, you can expect a better performance than him.
So definitely the bench was able to help San Miguel's cause. In fact, they even tasted the lead at 33-31. But eventually, LA Tenorio, sabi ni Coach Tim Cone, was able to put in the composure for the Aces. And as a result, we'll be heading into the third quarter with a 5-point margin.
Adjustments, Dr. J?
Well, I don't see much. You know, Alaska should be happy on their part because they had more attempts than San Miguel, even though the percentages are probably the same for both. They had and Joe Devance has had a good game with 14. Simpson has 11. On the other side, you have 2 local players leading the parade for San Miguel Beer.
Ronnie, Dr. Magsano.
Well, defense has to step up in terms of aggressiveness here for San Miguel. They did that in the early part of the second quarter, but here in the third, it's so crucial for them to start out really strong and once again make it hard for LA Tenorio to execute for Alaska.
Okay, let's go down to the center of the court, and we've got a presentation being made there.
Mr. Ed Winkle. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please, for the head coach of the Miami Heat, Eric Spoelstra.
And when he goes home, 3 superstars waiting to start practice with him, Dr. J.
Yeah, obviously a very powerful lineup, but maybe not yet complete. I still think in the NBA, if you don't have a good big man, you have a lot of problems center.
Well, I called Ronnie Doctor kanina, with all due respect to the original doctor of the pana, because it's the fault of Benji Paras. I'll explain. Because Benji was doing this movie and dragged this guy to make him a doctor. It's the funniest doctor I've ever seen in movies. In the meantime, you're playing
On the 27th.
Are you ready?
On the 27th.
Tagilid tayo, Dr. J. Tagilid tayo rito.
Mabuti ng honest.
Ay, okay. Nagda-diet na ho si Ronnie.
I got a couple of more weeks to prepare.
Si Dr. J sana mag-coach sa inyo. Para ganun din ka-optimistic.
Pwede.
In the meantime, here's Freeman. He's anxious to get going. He does.
We can expect San Miguel to establish the inside game of Gabe Freeman. It's going to be a long shot if you have Freeman scoring in single digits and expect your team to win. Single digit, I mean.
Arwin Santos had a bit of a heist, and Simpson ended up committing a foul in the effort to retrieve the ball, asking the referee, "What did I do, sir?"
Well, there was a clean steal already by Arwin Santos. Then maybe a little nudge from behind, making him lose that ball. Miranda starting off matchup against L.A. Tenorio here.
Ontiveros, it walked by Pinisi, and the Vance tried to track it down, and Magumarjon is safe for now. Magu, takilid yun. Dalawang malaki yun. Hindi point guard yun. Lulusob sa'yo. 50-47, Sev Sarmenta with the Dr. Andy Howe, Ronnie McSanop's with us, Patricia Berman of the season, of course, and we've got Magumarjon for game 2. Series at 1-0 in favor of the Aces. Shot clock at 7. Simpson will have to make a decision. Fires a 3. Hands it.
Ooh, that's big.
Walang gustong kumuha ng bola. Wala nang option. Tira ko nga. Meantime, Arwin out to Freeman. Plenty of time. The shot clock slips. They'll declare a jump.
Ayan naman ang hirap pag konti ang minuto mo sa first half. You tend to lose a sense of timing in your game, especially. And right now, I'm sure Coach Shot ng Quezon is hoping that Gabe Freeman regains his rhythm, especially here at the start of the third.
Well, are you saying that as if you're trying to make up for lost time kind of feeling?
Tama.
Okay.
Nangyayari talaga yun. Dahil gusto mong kumayod, lalong-lalo na sinalba ka nung second unit. Yung locals kanina that were able to get at least San Miguel a taste of the lead.
Now they can pick up that ball because both of the, that was a tap. You can even go to the backcourt and pick up that ball.
There's Arwin Santos. Stretches neatly.
Excellent penetration coming from Arwin Santos. It's not always jumping high. It's finding the gap in the defense. And there, he just went under the armpit of Diamond Simpson to score San Miguel's 49th point.
This was something that Norman Black told me a long time. I'm looking at Eric Spoelstra, and I guess it's the same thing for you, Andy, as well as Ronnie. When you watch a basketball game, he's watching it so intently. He's trying to learn the game. You never stop learning. You never stop watching and enjoying this game.
Yeah, obviously, and he also like to look at some of these players here. That's also an incentive for both Freeman and Simpson. Especially Simpson.
Now that you mention it.
Especially Simpson, dahil medyo bata pa si Simpson. May pag-asa pa mag-NBA yan. Both of them actually are young.
Kamita the attempt to put it against him, failed, and a slam-a-jamma by Arwin Santos.
Pero hinahanap nating defensive intensity from San Miguel, being the fresher team. And that is exactly what Denok Miranda can give to your squad, together, of course, with Nick Pinisi.
Alaska's, sorry, Dr. Yes.
Yeah, tama si Ronnie doon. Both of those guys are good defensive players.
Physical talaga yan.
Oo.
1 point lead by the Aces. Shot clock at 4. Devan says, I'll step back. Looks short, but it gets a nice bounce, but it won't drop in.
And a loose ball foul on Nick, I think.
Kitang-kita rito, hirap na hirap si L.A. Tenorio to secure the basketball for Alaska. And in the type of offense that Coach Timcon runs, it's essential for L.A. Tenorio to touch that ball just to be able to set the table correctly for the Aces.
Let's see what he does as he touches the ball right now. 9:36 remaining. We're in the third. Baguio, 3.
Alam mo, Ontiveros is continuously being burned by trying to go under the screen. And yung mga backdoor cuts, he's been trying to go under, and Baguio has been beating into the basket or with his open shot.
Yes. London trying to create, scoops it up. That will not bite. Freeman, no. And here comes Baguio. Baguio gallops, slows down. LA, shot clock at 9. Tenorio dancing, creating space!
And that is without Denok Miranda on his face. With that cross matchup, L.A. Tenorio attacking the defense of Don Ontiveros, who seems to be a step late in his defensive matchups here today.
Very unusual, Dr. J. One of our better defensive players. As we take a look at this shot that does not work, and Simpson.
Yes, Itondo is a good defensive player sa perimeter. But when you penetrate against him, he has some problems against a quicker player.
LA tried that because the defense was not yet assembled.
Yes.
I'll try that. They're in the lead by 6. 8 and 10 remaining.
Timeout, San Miguel Beermen.
And it is a timeout requested by the Beermen, down by 6. Okay, it's like reunion day here in the PA. We saw Jimmy Manansala walk in, and so many things happening all at the same time. And this game, the centerpiece of today's PBA Fiesta Day, if you can call it that. Oh! Freeman just jamming that in. Talagang making up for lost time, no?
No. That play happened because Miranda was able to penetrate the heart of the defense of the Aces, forced Simpson to help out.
Yeah, that's a typical shot there by Cyrus Baguio.
Hinanapan ng daan, 9 points.
At hindi naman siya ganun katangkad. Pero talagang very crafty.
Arwin Santos lets it fly, and the offense kicking up here for both sides.
Ayan, matangkad yan, Doc.
Saka mahaba ang kamay
Mahaba
niya.
talaga.
It's like Paul the Octopus.
Tatanungin natin sa prediction mamaya yan.
Makabuo hanggang 2 taon bago gumapang sa tamang team yan. Simpson, back! Follow up, Tony De La Cruz.
That's the fault of Freeman. He should have been, his presence of mind should have allowed him to pick up that ball instead of just continuously looking at the attacking Simpson.
Kaya ang taas ng porsyento nitong si Tony De La Cruz dahil nandun lang siya, abang-abang lang siya underneath the basket.
There's a shot by Freeman. That won't work. Pinisi battling with defense. And we've got Joseph Yo, who made an impact in the first half, returning to this ball game.
Well, obviously, Hontiveros not really be able to stop Baguio, and they want a better matchup there with Joseph Yo. Joseph also an attacker. And look at Baguio fight to keep that ball alive while they were stepping on the line.
First, Joseph Yo scored 11 of San Miguel's 21 second unit points, and essentially this is what San Miguel needs right now, especially so that Alaska has once again dictated the tempo from the 8-minute mark after this point of the game.
Tim Cohn has a bone to pick with the officials table. I wonder what he's thinking of, and Simpson just jams that. Harwood from the corner. Rebound, Baguio is ready to lead for even as high as a 24-second shot clock. Because had already anticipated where that was going. Simpson, graceful glide now, and a blocking foul. Who do they give this to?
Mick Pinisi. Mick really doesn't take a charge. You know, he tries to move. He establishes his position, but he moves.
And the joyful argument for Mick after every foul called against him.
You know, Alaska's not fallen in the trap of letting Simpson guard Mick Pinisi, because if you do that, he's going to be drawing Simpson out, no, in the offensive part of the game because of the ability of Mick to shoot a three-point shots, then match him with Jordi Vance.
Let's take a look at this highlight moment in our Yakult Slam Dunk. Boom, boom, boom.
You have a feeling yourself that with every minute that passes by, Alaska continues to be confident that they can win this series.
Don't you get that feeling too, Ronnie? Parang as each play goes by, we can match up against you. The size thing is no longer an issue.
Yes.
We'll challenge you.
Yes, exactly. And when your confidence starts climbing up, it tends to take away the weariness in your legs because of the 14 straight games that Alaska has played.
This crowd roaring with every play. That shot works out, rims out rather, and the ball is lost. It will go to the other side. And this crowd screeching and yelling with every play.
Don't look now, but it's an 8-point lead being enjoyed here by Alaska. So, you know, they've weathered the storm of San Miguel in the second quarter, and they've established a good lead again here in the third quarter.
Haynes, by the way, is our official underwear here in the PBA. Here's Simpson with 9 on the shot clock, 5 and 28 to go. Hook shot.
Well, that's what they've been doing. They've been trying to delay the entry of Simpson when he backs down. And Arwin Santos is